exact. It's a crime story about the alleged murder of a 22-year-old female student of the Lagos State University, LASU. Adeni Itaiwo will provide details of how Favour Dele Oladele was allegedly killed by her boyfriend, with his mother and the prophet as major accomplices. He will be telling us what they did with her corpse and the motive behind the deed. In her short life as a theatre art student at the Lagos State University, 22-year-old Favour Dele Oladele must at different points in time auditioned for various roles preparatory to her dreamed world, who knows, as a star later in life. Young Favour was, however, handed a role that she did not audition for when she was cast as a victim in a horror movie scripted by her boyfriend, 23 years old Owolabi Adiako, his mother Bola Adiako, and a professed man of God, Prophet Segun Phillips. She reportedly left her flat 12, Mercy Estate, Mowe, Ogun State, for Ikoyile via Ikire in Osun State to answer a romantic call from Owolabi, her boyfriend of just 2 months, without any premonition.
I called her on the 8th. Okay. She come and meet me at Ikoyile, that I'm there. Then she said, how will she get there? And I explained to her on how she will get there.
That journey later proved fatal for Favour, as Owolabi, acting under the instruction of Prophet Phillips, the shepherd of Chapel of Solution, Cherubim and Seraphim in Ikire, killed Favour with a mortar pestle.
It was me and Olusegun that we knew that we are about using human being for whatever we want to do. And I lied to her that she needs to meet one of my dad's elder brother. We met Olusegun at the front of the church. We sat with him and she kept complaining that she's tired. Then Olusegun asked me to go and get a cloth for her to relax. Then I get to know that she has slept. So I hit mortar pistol on her head.
We will now take a knife to slot the one that we need from the body of the lady. Bread, 2 hands, and heart. After that, we are turning it to powder. So when we turn it to powder, we use one for the confusion, which we use the heart and the part of the meat from the sheep that we kill. So we take it to confusion to her mother.
I did not deny the fact that I went to Prophet Pastor Segun Phillips' church for spiritual solution. From that sheepo that they kill, that they will use the meat to make concussion for me to eat. That was what they told me. And in the night, that same night of the day we killed the sheep, that was when they made the concussion and gave me.
The distraught father of the deceased, Dele Oladele, was among the witnesses when the suspects were paraded by police at the State Command Headquarters, Elewe in Abeokuta.
What she actually told us that day was that she was returning back to school to prepare for an examination. She should be sitting for her final examination that week, and that she's going to join a group to do group studies and reviews, and it was in that process that somebody called her. Favour happens to be a golden girl to the family. We waited for some years before having her, and when one is envisaging that within the next few months she will be going for a youth corps, and you start celebrating that you have a graduate in your house, a woman, some people conspire to kill her.
Ogun State Commissioner of Police Kenneth Abrimson, who disclosed that police trailed the suspect via the phone of the victim, described the act as sheer wickedness.
This is a gory tale, and it has become instructive for us to appeal to parents to be vigilant and provide the psychological makeup of friends of their wards.
Favour Dele's gruesome killing resonates with a similar crime involving 7-year-old Abdulmalik Musa, who was abducted and later murdered by his uncles in Sabo area of Abeokuta.
They are still with our legal section, and as soon as the court resumes, we are going to to arraign them.
As record of crime in Ogun State goes for year 2019, the gruesome killing of Favour and Abdul Malik appear to be the most odd, although they are already unraveled by the police.
For cracking that gruesome case, the suspects will surely have their day in court. The next story is a sad one. It's about a family in mourning after a member who was 8 months pregnant died from snake bites. Zainab Aliyu was 25 years old, and the incident occurred at her residence in Kinkuku area of Kaduna Metropolis. Mohammed Umaru Ajingi, who visited the community, reports that mourners are devastated by the calamity.
This is not the first time residents of this community are seeing snakes in their houses, but no single case of death recorded until now. Aliu Ahmad is still in shock of the death of his 25-year-old wife. Zainab was in the toilet when she felt a snake bite. The husband, who shows us where it happened, says she died shortly after taken to the hospital.
Then in the morning, she called me around 7 o'clock. She was crying that a snake bit her while she was trying to ease herself in the toilet. And I was like, how come? Where is the snake coming from? She said she couldn't see it, because where the snake is hiding, there's no way anybody would see it. But she was like very sure that it was a snake. And the place is hurting, because at my own official hospital it's a bit far. So I have to take the first aid. I mean, maybe just go to the closest, because we're dealing with snake bite here. So we went to the second hospital, and they don't have antivenom.
This snake that kills Zainab is one of the most poisonous often found in the river. Experts say it is a river snake. It is suspected it is from this river behind the houses. Haruna Rashid is a resident of this community. He says for the past 3 months, 5 cases of snake bites were recorded.
Apart from other ones that were killed at different locations. So even in my house at the time, there's a day they killed snake inside the house.
Umar Abdullahi Mukhtari is a medical doctor.
If a person is bitten by a snake bite, it is very advisable for the relatives to bring along the snake if possible, if it was killed. Because if the type of snake is brought to the hospital, it will be easier for the doctor to recognize the species of the snake and administer the appropriate antivenom. So, but in a case where they brought a patient, there is no any description of the type of snake that has bitten the patient. So in such situations, only polyvalent can be given, and the polyvalent has limited coverage of types of snake bites that it can treat.
Let Zainab was looking forward to delivery in the next 1 month, but her dream was cut short by this poisonous snake. Residents of this community are still in fear because they don't know who is the
Now, domestic accidents are common. They range from minor cuts to major falls and even tragic electrocutions. Let's not forget varying degrees of burns that occur mostly in the kitchen. But the fact is that they can be avoided if people take precautionary measures. Talking specifically, do you know that domestic gas explosion will not occur if users understand and follow the rules that come with installation and handling? There's a lot I learned while putting this together, and it could help prevent a possible calamity. This CCTV footage captures two young ladies busy in the kitchen. Suddenly, there is an explosion. The impact throws them off like ragged dolls. They instinctively jump up and scamper to safety. Sensitive in the kitchen environment. Technicians insist that there are always telltale signs of imminent danger.
So you know, say there's gas. Once gas having a leakage, it must give you a scent. That one has show banker. Gas didn't hide the scent for house. Once you put it on, you hear the scent. You know that there's a leakage. Because once the gas, you on the gas, it begin to burn. You know, you need to hear leakage. There's no leakage on it. But once there's a leakage, that means something is wrong for the hose or the way they connect it or the valve. There's a small rubber which they inside the valve. You change the rubber.
Another measure to avoid domestic gas explosion is sighting the cylinder far from the cooker.
It's better you keep your cylinder away from the building, that is away from the kitchen, maybe at the back of your building, outside.
There are issues users tend to take for granted.
And gas not meant for careless people. Gas meant for intelligent people. Once you see any mistake, you know that there's a mistake for the gas. You call the people with the survey know the value and people know how to use it. And so they will tell you the difference.
With all safety rules in motion, a domestic fire extinguisher is required in every home or setting where there is a kitchen. If all else fails, it could contain a disaster.
As the symbol of their culture and tradition, these people take pride in their king, the Egbere Okori, and One Eta Ogale Eleme, His Royal Highness Apollos Chu, whom they see as a human rights activist and peace ambassador whose selfless values, they say, are exhibited in his support for all natives, especially farmers, traders, and students.
They are peace and comfort of the people. Even during the New Yam Festival called Obonja, our lost factor was restored, especially that day of the women, called Adioko, Agbokumba. This is the reason why we, the Ogale women, have given him this title, Emere.
As it's with occasions such as this, blessings flowed freely from the king to his people.
Jesus Christ.
For the Ogale people, a favorable new year is guaranteed with the blessings pronounced from the paramount ruler of Okori and Ogale Eleme, His Royal Highness Apollos Chu.
So I went around town to know if Nigerians are making or have made New Year resolutions.
I really don't make New Year resolutions every year. I know a lot of people that make resolutions at the beginning of the year and they don't really follow through with it.
2020, no more insult, no more craziness around me.
I was not drinking. I was not smoking.
I'll change the way I do because I used to play, I used to fight sometimes, but I'll change everything.
I won't keep malice because sometimes, when people offend me, I keep it to heart.
Some say they make resolutions to help them achieve their set goals for the new year. And for others, it is to tame their excesses.
I get angry, a little things make you get angry, but I think this year I need to change. I need to change so that people will get a good example from me.
I dropped that humanizing heart a long time ago because it was really giving me some really harsh problem in my family, But for parties, I think this time around I have to kind of reduce or kind of limit the rate of parties.
So I ask, how do they intend to achieve this?
So I'll pray, fast, call my God, shout, cry.
I just have to be patient and also not react quickly.
These respondents bear it all.
We are not honest and we are not good citizens. You know, when they say change begins with me, how many of us have really changed? We say it, we play lip service to a lot of things that will promise resolutions beginning of the year, but we just find ourselves deviating, sliding back to the old resolution, not honest. We are not focused.
You try to weigh the merit and the...
After these messages.
Oh, yeah, take. Madam,
So, you now want to pick my call?
Then bomb me where? Mommy of life. Twilight, mommy.
Where my car?
Mommy, now smart things remain.
If my car not ready before Kokoro for tomorrow, me and you go put legs inside one trouser. Well, lie.
That was my phone. Yes, ma.
Look, not call this phone, no.
All right, yes, ma. Hey,
Maja Kini.
Mommy, no be you. Don't waste your credit. When I finish, I go call.
You call me. Me wear my middle name na credit. Where Glow they give me boku.
Glow and Mebo get 5 times your recharge to call all networks. Recharge with *555* PIN hash.
Just talk people. I beg, give me my phone, make I go, Joe.
Talon so talk yen.
Irresistible and nutritious. So delicious. Oh, original. It's for me and you. I love my everybody. Join me. My Indomie, everywhere I go. Indomie, everybody testify. Indomie, I love my extraordinary. My Indomie,
Wishing you a season like no other from Indomie. Indomie noodles, tasty.
Chat and call right on the same plan. MTN Extra Value was made just for me.
More of data or calls, whichever one you prefer. MTN Extra Value is made just for you.
It was an explosive moment of excitement after the stroke of midnight, January 1, 2020, when the first babies were born at the Lagos Island Maternity Hospital in Lagos. Tunde Saike reports that Vitafoam Nigeria PLC presented gifts to the new year babies and some medical equipment to the hospital.
Vitafoam Nigeria PLC, manufacturer of high-quality foams and mattresses, has over the years classified itself with comfort and durability. The company, in furtherance of its corporate social responsibility, identifies with the first babies of the year, and this year is no exception. The first baby of the year at the Lagos Island Maternity Hospital, who was delivered to the family of Abdul Yakini and Mary Momo just some few minutes into the new year, weighed 2.6 kilograms, with both baby and mother in good condition. Also, the second baby was delivered at 12:14 a.m. and weighed 2.5 kilograms to the family of Lajide and Temitope Ayongbola, and the third to the family of Mukaila and Olatonwa Razak Olatonwa
baby. And God also made it to be a first baby of the
Olufemi Omololu said the medical facility with the state-of-the-art equipment will not relent in its quality service delivery.
They come and celebrate the baby of the year, but they also came to celebrate the members of staff. Sometimes members of staff get forgotten, and babies don't just come out themselves. And the members of staff of Island Maternity work very hard and diligently to try and make sure that women are delivered safely. Indeed, our mantra is that to deliver future leaders safely. And it's very heartwarming to receive this gift from Vitafoam.
Some medical staff of the hospital also benefited from the Vitafoam like this.
Thanks to Vitafoam for the red carpet welcome to the New Year babies. Nigeria's foremost Juju musician, King Sunny Ade, was guest at the home of Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed. Anthony Forsen tells us why the Juju maestro went visiting.
This residence, located on Isaac Jones Street, has among the residents a 9-year-old Timidara Onafuye. She is one of Information and Culture Minister's grandchildren on vacation. Among her many dreams is to meet her musical idol, King Sunny Ade. Like using the magic wand, Sunny Ade appeared.
Thank you very much, sir.
But every time she hears she's able to distinguish your voice from any other artist. Yes. Even she doesn't know the song, she says, oh, that's that.
We do that. We have always on the practice level, because the band was my band. We're more or less like a family. We play nearly every day.
How many shows have you performed in?
How many shows? Well, I wouldn't be able to answer that correctly simply because I have an office where you go and book the band.
How many instruments do you play?
How many what?
Instruments do you play?
Instruments.
Well, I didn't play much, but I played about 3 or 4. Apart from singing, I play guitar.
With the session done with, Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed explained how it all started.
The first day when Dara told me this, I think when I asked all of them, Dara said, King Sunny Ade. I said, you're Darfur. That's exactly what I said. You know, the other thing you understand what it means. I don't know she understood what it meant. Because it means that there's hope for our culture. There's hope for our people. And I must also thank the parents. Because if the parents who live in far away North Carolina, music develops, becomes global. But one thing we must not lose is that belongs